Hello, folks. We're live for Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Wednesday night, I guess you'd call it, for 2021. I should have put the date on when we're doing it, but that's all right. This is, yeah, put the date, guys. This is Beers for Autumn. And what it is beers that you think would be good for autumn or fall, however you want to call it. So, people say, well, what do you mean? I said, well, use your professional judgment. You know what I mean? Like decide what you want to do. So I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews. John Anile is in Georgia with Georgia Beer Reviews. Michael Komaroff is in Brooklyn, New York City, New York with no channel, but a lot of participation. And then BC's Beer Reviews. BC's Beer Reviews is in
Michigan.
Yeah, I know. I got to make an adjustment on the order people had joined originally. And then you're in there with BC's Beer Reviews. And then Ronnie S is in Florida with Ronnie S. Okay, so we got
Ronnie S.
a lot of different Ronnie S. Beer Reviews. And we got a lot of different type of beers tonight. So we're going to go and start since we're running late due to my fault. Okay, so...
oh, you're fine, Ron.
Yeah, no, but it is my fault. I take credit where credit is due, even if it's bad credit. All right. So I have Narwhal, barrel-aged Narwhal. This would be a good beer for fall. Might be better for the dead of winter, but I'm not sure about July and August. But probably came out in July or August. These things come out so early, but it's not specifically a fall beer. But let's see. April 14th, 2021 at 9:30. Okay.
Wow, that was early in the year.
Yeah, it says I'm going to show the screen share. Well, we'll do that in a little bit. And then John Nilly has something to show everybody.
All right. So what I'm drinking tonight is the pumpkin spice donut from Wild Leap Craft Beer Co. out of LaGrange, Georgia. This is a Belgian style Tripel, clocks in at 9.5%. I've had a lot of pumpkin beers, but I've never had a Belgian style Tripel pumpkin spice beer before. So 9.5%. And it's very, very fresh, just a couple weeks old. So definitely a fall type of beer as far as I'm concerned. And I already poured it up. I'll just top it off. That's what she looks like. So thanks for having me, Ron. And
yeah, thanks for joining. I know you're usually too busy to join, but I appreciate it. I know you got a lot going on with stuff.
Right. Always good to be here.
I always appreciate everybody joining, of course. People got a lot of things to do. All right. BC, what do you have? You have a very product?
Yeah, I've got Odd Sides, Oktoberfest. That's right. I said Oktoberfest. ODD Oktoberfest. And Crackles Brick Can. And this is what we got.
That's very odd.
Ain't it all?
Nice pour.
Thank you. I'm getting about a figure and a half's worth of head on here, but yeah, this is what I got here.
Okay. Looks copper. We'll get back to you. We're gonna get to everybody.
Okay, Michael, so I have from Paul Anner their Oktoberfest, and it's a Marzen, one they've been making for a long time.
You have the only imported beer tonight.
5.8%. Let's see what it looks like in the glass.
Michael has the only import, and the only beer that's less than 12 ounces, unfortunately.
Okay, so in the glass, let's put it on the side so you don't see that little man. It's kind of like a dark orange with a one finger. one finger off-white head, and a lot of carbonation. I will come
Sure.
back with a full description after everybody has introduced their beers.
Okay, so we got 2 Märtens, 1 Imperial Stout, 1 odd fall tripel, pumpkin spice tripel, and now we have a very hazy
Yeah, so
situation.
I got the Blue Moon Haze, the hazy, juicy pale ale. It doesn't say it's an IPA. It's 5.7%, and Blue Moon is out of Golden, Colorado. Blue Moon Brewing Company. So I'll pour this up here, top it off.
Now, to me, that one tasted more like an IPA than a pale ale, as bitter as it was. But I
I
got a
haven't-
lot of.
I haven't actually tried it until today.
Oh, okay.
I bought this 6-pack at Publix on Belcher Road in Clearwater, Florida, for $10.49 plus tax. So not the cheapest, but it kind of goes with what these things go for. It looks like the typical New England style IPA. Nice tight head there.
Yeah. I think I paid $9.49 for mine, but
I think beer's a little cheaper for you than what I pay most of the time.
Yeah. Well, I was pleased with it. I mean, I wasn't like blown away, like, oh, this is the greatest thing. But I was a little worried that I wouldn't like it, but I did like it. I did enjoy it.
You're not big into the hazy ones, right?
Not necessarily. I'm not into wheat beers, tell you the truth.
Yeah, I remember you said.
But
I like wheat beers, so I'm kind of the opposite.
yeah, so that makes us enemies.
Right.
Ta ta ta.
I want those who get to know me become admirers or my enemies. All right. That's a song from 1982. Where he said, I want those who get to know me to become admirers or my enemies. It's kind of comical, but that singer had a very comical way about him. All right, so I'm pouring this beer into the glass as we are live on the air. This is an Imperial Stout. Do not play around with it or it will play with you. And without any kind of remorse. As I found out one day. But of course, to be fair to the beer, it wasn't exactly a 1 beer day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had them days, yeah.
Well, I was working, like I said, I was working on a lot of different projects. All right. And then they were working on me. Now, this is very dark brown, beige head. Now, the aroma, I don't know if any of you guys have had this beer. I don't believe y'all have.
No, I've never heard of it now.
I've had the standard narwhal, but I haven't had.
I've looked for both the Norwal and the barrel-aged one and never found it. I never even tried the Bigfoot until last year because I never got it, but it finally showed up here. So
I bought the Narwhal barrel-aged at a New Orleans area store, and it cost me, it was $16.99 for the 4-pack of pint cans.
that's not terrible.
See
for
the
what
website.
you're getting.
No, $4.25 for this big monster. So there's the proper glass. I do have one similar to that, but it says Modelo on it. Here's the big tall can. It's only in cans. It's only sold in pint cans, which is strange. They bourbon barrels for nearly a year. So that would be
What's all that dinging noise?
Oh, somebody got some computer ding dings. Malts.
That would be me.
Oh, BC. Caramelized malts, chocolate malt, Carafa 3 malt, honey malt, roasted barley, I guess that's unmalted barley, roasted in 2-row pale malt, and the hops are Challenger and Magnum. And if you look at the recipe for the regular Narwhal, it's different. It's not the same thing. So it's not like they took Narwhal. Here's the bitterness, 55. So no, I do not want to sign up. It's not like it's not like they took Narwhal and just barrel aged it. They took Narwhal and they made a different Narwhal. They made a different Narwhal and barrel aged it. I mean, it's not a great difference, but there is a difference. And if you compare the two, you'll notice that. That was kind of shocking to me because I thought it was the same thing, but it wasn't. Okay, so it smells like bourbon barrels and very dark stout beer with, what I just described, the roasted malts and all of that. Excuse me. So cheers. Here we go with the taste.
Cheers, Ron.
Cheers to Ron.
Cheers.
Cheers, Ron.
Thank you. Cheers to 11 years.
Is it the anniversary?
Yeah, my video beer review and anniversary is almost here.
5 days, 11 years.
Remember last year was a big one. I joined it last year.
Yeah, because that was the 10th anniversary. We don't do anything for 11 years. Maybe 15 we might.
15?
Or 20. The 50th is going to be the big one.
Live from the Louisiana State Nursing Home, it's Ron Ontario.
Funny guy. You're a funny guy. It's a funny
Got him
guy.
hooked up to buy me a beer.
Anyway, getting back from this verbal abuse, the body, the body's sort of lighter than you would expect. When you read about this beer and you're looking at it in the glass, you're thinking, oh, I bet that's so thick and velvety and just like incredibly heavy. But sipping on it right now.
Not heavy?
Not really. It's like at the most high medium, but I'll say really medium, which is a bit of a shock. So it's rich, dark malt. It's like chocolate, cocoa, coffee, which it contains none of those things. But sometimes those malts can mimic that. And then the bourbon barrel, which I told y'all, John and Neely and I were no longer talking because he says he likes bourbon barrel aged beers, and I said I don't like bourbon barrel aged beers. So it's like a real angry,
but you do like them, right?
Conversation. No, I don't like bourbon barrel beers. I don't really like barrel aged beers, to tell you the truth, but I try them, and they're always, well, almost always good. But I would just rather have the non-barrel aged, But
what don't you like about them?
I don't know. It just gives them a funny taste. A strange taste. I like the bourbon and I like the beer, but I don't like them mixed. I know it makes me not a cool person. Cool people like bourbon barrel aged, but I'm not trying to be cool. But nice lacing. What else can I say? The finish is kind of dry. Like I talked about the body, the sweetness level. It's not too
Can you taste the alcohol?
Yeah, I was about to talk about that. The sweetness level is not too sweet. The bitterness level is, well, it's pretty. It's noticeably bitter, but I would not say extremely bitter. Alcohol. No. You see, that's the argument here, because you're getting the bourbon barrels, but that's a bourbon barrel. And I guess you would say, well, heck, that's alcohol, ain't it? Bourbon is at least 40% alcohol. That's liquor. Yes, whiskey. I taste that, but Michael you weren't really asking about that, were you? You were asking about, can I taste the beer alcohol?
I was asking the booziness of it.
No, I wouldn't say so. I noticed you asked that the other night on another hangout, and that's an interesting question to ask. No, I wouldn't say that. So anyway, enough of me talking. We
What they
got
say
comments
is
I'm
that
going to post. We got to
if you
go.
can't taste the booziness, it's well made, right?
That's what I heard. That sounds right. And then it's also dangerous because then you're thinking, yippee ki motor scooter. This beer is so nice. I'll drink too. You'd be like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, John and Neely from Georgia Beer Reviews, go.
All right, so the pumpkin spice donut, I already showed you the appearance. It's a clear copper color. It did pour with about a half finger head, which dissipated rather quickly. There's a tiny little film on top. I don't know if you guys can see that. At 9.5, when I kind of swirl it around, you almost get a little bit of, well, you do get some alcohol legs with this.
Yeah.
So the aroma, getting some cinnamon, that pumpkin pie spice trio. Well, actually, there's 4 things in here. There's cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and clove. So I'm picking up on the cinnamon and the nutmeg, the cinnamon being the most prevalent. I'm not really getting much ginger or clove, but it does smell a lot like a pumpkin pie would smell.
Oh, with the clove.
The interesting. What's that?
Oh, with the clove and cinnamon and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, it smells a lot like pumpkin pie. The interesting thing with this being that it's a Belgian style tripel, you're getting that Belgian yeast component on the aroma. I'm getting a little bit of bubble gum and a little bit of banana. If you've ever had, these Belgian beers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's pretty standard with that Belgian yeast strain that they use. And I'm definitely getting that with this beer. I think that the combination of the pumpkin pie spice and the Belgian yeast, I think they complement one another very well. It's very, very pleasant. The 9.5% is non-existent. It doesn't smell boozy at all. I'm not picking up on any alcohol. So there's the IBUs 13. So yeah, no bitterness or anything like that, or nothing that would indicate that there's going to be any bitterness on the palate. Based on the aroma, I'm salivating. It smells absolutely delightful. So let's get into it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, John.
This
Cheers.
sounds pretty good. Is
Cheers.
this from Georgia?
This is Wild Leap Brew Co. is out of LaGrange, Georgia. It's about 25 miles or so south of me. And they were opened in 2017. And when they opened, Drewski, cheers.
Drewski.
Big Johnson and Ellie.
Hey, Drewski. So yeah,
All
when
right, oh boy. All right.
when Wild Leap was founded, actually for that year, they won an award as the best new craft brewery in the country for the year of 2017. So they're pumping out some pretty good stuff. Anyway, the palate follows the nose, getting a lot of that pumpkin pie spice right up front. It's hard to say if I'm actually getting pumpkin because pumpkin is a squash and it's a very mild vegetable. Usually when people say pumpkin, they're referring to the pumpkin pie spice. And I'm definitely getting that. The cinnamon, the nutmeg, a little bit of ginger on the palate. I wasn't picking that up on the aroma, but there's a little bit of that ginger spice kick on the palate. I'm really not getting any clove with this, but that's not really a bad thing. You're definitely getting most of that pumpkin pie flavor with this. There's a nice breadiness in the middle of the sip. You're getting like some caramel, maybe even a little bit of brown sugar. I think that's coming from the roasted malt that they use in this. And then you get the bubblegum and the banana notes from the Belgian yeast. So it kind of adds a little bit of sweetness to it. Then on the back end, swallow it down. It's very smooth, easy drink, and the carbonation is low. The body is on the medium side, which is pretty impressive considering that this is a 9.5% beer. There's no burn going down. There's no booziness. It drinks almost like a session. It probably drinks like a 6.5%, which for a 9.5%, I would say is pretty impressive. I love it. I like the combo of the pumpkin pie and the Belgian tripel. That combo seems to work really well. Like I said, I had a lot of pumpkin beers. I've had a lot of Belgian tripels, but I've never had a beer like this where they combine those two together. And I'm very pleased. I'll keep sipping on it and think of a rating. But overall, I am very impressed. And it was only $10.99 for the 6-pack, which for a 9.5%er, I think that's a pretty solid deal, especially considering how much I'm
I agree
enjoying it
with
right
that.
now.
I agree with that.
as
And
well.
let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this. Would you or would you not recommend pairing that with Jim Beam?
It might be good not like pour it in the beer, but like to have a sip, have a little sip of Jim Beam and then drink a little bit of the beer. Why not? But not at the same exact moment though.
Not at the same moment.
Right.
Like not pour the shot in the beer and drink it.
Do you have any Jim Beam?
Yeah, don't, in other words, don't go.
Right.
No,
Don't go berserk.
Right, absolutely not. Especially with the high alcohol of the beer already at 9.5.
I think Ron's trying to get you drunk.
Let's see, odd side. Yeah, you don't want to go crazy. Let's see. I'm trying to find Oktoberfest so I can show it on the screen share. Boy, this company's got about. This company must have 1,000 beers.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I've been more focused on Bells than I have on odd side. So
yeah, Bells, Kalamazoo Bells. I'm from Michigan.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
so
you're
am I.
both from Michigan. Yeah.
Good.
Well, now we're going to BC's beer reviews, whether it's a
BC's
bottle
beer
or can.
reviews, BC's
Yeah,
beer
regardless,
reviews.
whether it's a bottle or a can, he's going to review. But today he's doing a can. So here we
Yep.
go.
He doesn't review it if it's on draft.
Well, I
No way.
will if I can get to it, but so far I haven't had a chance yet. Well, here we go. I've got like it was mentioned, Oktoberfest by Odd Side, which is out of Bel Air, Michigan. And my geography's right. It's like halfway between Detroit and Lansing, and there's a nice copper color to it. Yeah.
I've never had that. That's from. Is that new? I've never seen that.
No, I'm pretty sure they've had it before, but this is this year's edition. So yeah. So this is what I'm working with.
BC. Did you notice that the website lists that at 6%, but your can gives a different ABV?
Yeah, I've noticed that. I generally go by the can. So
Yeah, that's probably best.
Same with me. Yeah. Okay, I'll shut up. Everybody, be quiet. All right, including me.
now this one's pretty nice. I mean, it's kind of like a copper color, at least to me. I know the camera shows like a tea-like color to it. So I mean, it's a little bit darker here with me.
It's like copper to me.
Yeah. No, it kind of reminds, like, I want to say your typical Marzen beer, but I'm getting that kind of smell to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a real nice beer. You're getting that maltiness, breadiness off of it. There's a sweetness to it. I wouldn't say it's overpowering sweet, but it seems like there's a nice balance to the sweetness here. You know, with the maltiness, the breadiness, and the sweetness and whatnot. So,
Yeah. How much those beers cost?
Yeah, this one, I think I bought this in a 6-pack, and this one's at least, I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I want to say at least an $8.99 a 6-pack, at least.
That ain't bad.
That's a decent
Day and
price.
age.
That's a decent price, man.
So, I mean, exactly, I can't remember. I should write these things down when I do them. But, I mean, it's nice. It's good. I enjoy this one. I don't have my notes on this beer, so reasons being is that I want to make sure that if my review of this stays the same because it's one of them things where you revisit them, you might give a different grade to them. So that's
It's
why.
happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not looking at my notes.
That's happening tonight with me when I come around.
All right. So,
So
well,
it's
okay,
really
you might.
and I'll give my grade at the end of the show.
Okay, we're gonna go to Michael. No, what order is it? It's Ronnie, right? No, let's see. Paul Honor is next. That's right. Paul Honor's next. Sorry about that. I lose track. I don't want to skip anybody and then suddenly put the show.
Okay, so we're
All right,
going
You skip me, I'm leaving, Ron.
we're going
I know.
to Munich, Germany, where this is produced. It's a Marzen Oktoberfest 5.8. And in the glass, as we said, the head has gone down. It was a finger. Now it's kind of just a very slim thing, but it does recover the head. So you're getting good head retention and good lacing. And on the side of the glass, I think you can notice that, it's still pretty nice holding on. Copper color. And like BC's, it has a Marzen kind of aroma, a lot of malts on the front end. You can smell the breadiness in the beer as well. Let me take a sip. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Michael.
Cheers.
Okay, it's malty and bready. There's a sweetness to it as well. The carbonation is medium. You get a little bit, I think, of the hops, which counters the sweetness. So it's not cloying sweet, but there is some sweetness to it. Goes down pretty easy. I mean, like I say, it's just a little bit above a session at 5.8, but very drinkable. I think I like the Spaten a little bit better, but they're very similar. Another Munich beer that's well known, the Spaten Oktoberfest. But it's I don't know, it's drinkable, and they've been brewing these Oktoberfest for a long time.
I think Spaten is the original Oktoberfest.
I think so. But I'll come around with a number, and I'll keep sipping on it as we go along.
Michael, have you ever tried the Paul Honor Fest beer?
I have not. Is it good?
Oh, it's wonderful.
I'll have to try it if I see it.
It's wonderful, but it's not as common. I'm trying to find Paul Honor. I'm trying to find their website, but let's see here.
Michael, have you tried the Hawaiian Stefaner Fest beer?
Yes, that's good. I like it.
I haven't never tried that one.
But it's not widely available either, it seems.
I've seen it. I've seen that. I've been able to buy it. I just never bought it.
I had it once, I think. I actually, if you had to ask me which I like better, Marzen or Fest beer, I think I like the Marzens better. But the Fest beers that I've had,
Marzens are a little stronger, right?
A little bit maybe breadier and
darker, but the Fest beers.
Michelob Marzen. Oh man, that one was.
Is there a Michelob Marzen?
I don't know. There was. Now here's Paul Honor's claim. Look what Paul Honor claims. The original, the one that started it all. ... So they're throwing some shade at you know who.
And how are they able to claim that?
Don't.
They said it's to celebrate the original Oktoberfest. Is that true?
Michael, here's the ingredients. Water, malted barley, hops, Hercules, Hallertau tradition, Pilsner malt, light, Munich malt, dark. Oh, 5.8. I put 5.9, I think. I got to correct that.
5.8.
Yeah, I'll fix that. Learn together with Christian Donkey why Paulaner Oktoberfest is the original Oktoberfest beer. Oh, it sounds like there's a little German versus German war going on here, right?
Let's hear it.
I watched that video, but I didn't understand what they were saying because it was all in German. but
They don't have
but
subtitles.
They don't have subtitles.
But what Ronnie's saying is true. Spaten claims the same thing. Spaten claims it's the oldest Oktoberfest too.
So who do we?
yeah, so
Jay has to do some research. I know Spaten is an older company, right? According to their year. Maybe I'm wrong about that too.
Spaten is an older company. You see what's going to happen is they're going to say, well, I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, well, you made an Oktoberfest beer in 1810 for that celebration, but our brand, we got the trademark on our brand in 1872 before you did. You know, it's going to be that kind of thing, you know.
Right.
Oh my God.
Jay, where's that train going?
Just to Oktoberfest.
It sounds like it's going north. It sounds like it's going toward Baton Rouge. It sounds like it's a New Orleans to Baton Rouge.
You won't hear any trains in Brooklyn.
Why not?
Because there are no
all
trains
in the subway.
Here. Yeah, but the subway doesn't make that kind of noise. So, I mean, there's a subway. It's not like that.
No freight train.
Jay's been in that subway. It's a half a block away, so it's close.
Where's the L train, Mike?
The L train is far away from us. It goes into Manhattan and it's in Williamsburg and across. But that goes across.
So you should be able to hear that.
I guess you could probably hear subway trains. It's not the kind from the outside trains. It's different.
Yeah, it's just a little rumble. Like the lady that I hang around and talk to, she lives on St. Charles Avenue in New Orleans, and they have the streetcar. But you see, the streetcars run by electricity, so it's just like a little rumble, like an electric train. It's not this big loud honk, 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 you know, with a steam whistle or whatever that whistle is, but compressed air, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the people here, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we got to go to Ronnie. Yes, thank you, Michael. You did a great job. Everybody's doing a great job, of course.
Ronnie's beer reviews.
Regardless of it, if it's a draft,
a bottle,
or can.
I'm gonna be reviewing a beer today, guys.
If I can get Ronnie drug over here, it would really help.
So the date, guys, I have it is April 11 of 2022, so it's pretty fresh. A good date for an pale ale. Right? I just poured up another bit there. So the smell is really like typical. I don't know if you call it New England style IPA because it's not an IPA, but it definitely has that I guess when it's not a New England, they don't call it a New England. It's called a hazy. It does have that hazy smell, kind of like the Sierra Nevada hazy. It's similar to that.
Yeah.
Whatever those kind of hops that they use in that is what it smells like. The typical hazy type beer hops. I guess it would be like the kind of macro ones because this is Blue Moon, a big company that's owned by Anheuser-Busch, I think, right?
No, Molson Coors.
Okay.
Coors.
So yeah, it has that kind of like across the board commercialized smell to it. Not like a microbrewery would do. But you can tell that it's the hazy, style. Yeah, so it's brewed with dried whole oranges, like it says. and I think in the taste, not really in the smell, but you can taste the a bit of oranges in it, actually. I think it does add to the typical taste, like how the Sierra Nevada hazy would be, but with there is a bit of an orange taste to it. I do think that holds true. Now, Ron, you mentioned that you thought it was bitter. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give it like
bitter from the citrus.
on the from the citrus. Yeah, not a lot though. Like there's a bit
Yeah,
of a
I thought that like
bitterness
the
that
pith
sticks. What?
The orange
from the
peel,
pith, like the pith.
the zest.
The pith?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like what Brewski's saying. Yeah,
From the orange peel, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of bitterness. It'll stick on
yeah.
your tongue for a bit, but it's it's not like anything much. I would say to use the scale, the bitterness scale, like 2 out of 5 with the bitterness.
Not very bitter.
With the sweetness, I'd say it's not very sweet. Um, it's a bit sweet, like a 2.75 out of 5.
You don't like
So
that beer at
very
all.
moderate. Very moderate. I'm sorry, Drewski.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
moderate. What did you say?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, pretty moderate. And then carbonation, it's pretty well carbonated. Mouthfeel low to, kind of getting into medium, but not really. So it's at 5.7%. I'd say it's pretty sessionable. It's a, pretty good beer. So it's my first time having it. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I think I probably would buy it again. It's quite enjoyable. It's got some nice lacing there. Kind of hangs around for a juicy um pale ale wheat beer that Ron doesn't really like wheat beers. I enjoy them. I like the style. I like the I don't know how juicy it is really, but I like the wheat beers. I like the kind of hazy style of beers. So no, this is good. This is good for that. It could be a little bit cheaper, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You ever
cool.
had You ever had Who Gotten?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's the original hazy wheat ale.
Mm. Who's that by?
Well, Who Gotten Brewery, but they got bought out by Anheuser-Busch InBev.
Is it my
Damn.
turn?
Who hasn't? Huh?
What? Right? Who
I
has what beer?
Be there right now.
I have
Oh,
Old Fizzwig.
nice.
I bought a variety pack, which I have here.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that in stores.
I
And
bought
I
that
came
too
back-
last week.
And back in the day, this was one of my favorite beers. But the last I already had one of these Fizzwigs. I was drunk as fuck.
Okay, wait. This is not
I can't
Wild
swear.
card
I'm
one.
sorry, dude. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
I was really drunk, and it wasn't the greatest then, but we'll give her another shot.
But you said it used to be one of your favorite beers?
Yeah, I remember this beer being like one of the good ones out of the
But
variety.
you didn't like it the last time you had it.
Look at it. It's super dark. It's like a Killian's Irish Red. Well, actually, it's darker than that.
Yeah.
Or a Newcastle type thing. I don't
Kinda
have
like-
a beer.
kinda like
I
a
don't have a proper
amber
beer
brown.
glass. I apologize. And cheap when it comes to glassware. All my glassware comes out of
Your dishwasher.
gift packs. Gift packs from liquor. But we'll get to that one.
Oh,
But
Four
anyway,
Roses.
yeah. Well, hold on a second. All right, let's give this a shot. The smell. This isn't a bad beer. The smells good. And again, I'm not a beer entrepreneur like you guys.
Aficionado.
Well, aficionado.
We're not entrepreneurs either.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong term. That was the wrong joke.
Michael Komarov is an entrepreneur.
Aficionado. That was the right term. But all right.
I've never had that one.
What's the ABV on it?
It is good. It's a good beer, man. I don't know. When I had it, this is a 5.9.
Okay. All right.
But I feel like they might have changed the recipe. Like back when I had this years ago, I was drinking beers more, not so much liquors. So maybe it's just my taste bud change. This wouldn't be like I'm gonna go get that one because I freaking love that one.
Right.
But it's a good beer. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely, if you're a beer enthusiast, as Ron would say, check it out. Check it out. Yeah, it's a good one.
Juicy,
It's
you said
malty.
that
It's
used to
more
be one of your
malty.
favorite? Used to be
It's
one of your
not.
favorite beers?
No, it's not. It's malty. It's like it reminds me of a Newcastle. You ever had a
Right.
Newcastle?
That's actually a good observation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it reminds me of a Newcastle.
Somebody's asking what are the IBUs on the bottle? The bottle does say it.
The ABUs. $25.
Okay,
25
that's
IBUs.
reasonable. All right. Oh, you did a great job, I have to say. Oh, what's all this feedback? All right, I'm going to go and get my score now. Somebody's got some reverb.
But yeah, I bought these 4 rows. The 4 rows. It came with ice maker. Dude, yeah, like usually you get glasses in them gift packs. This came with so you can form your ice into a rose. It's gimmicky, but I thought, hell, why not? Something extra. And this
Yeah, I've
is
had the
the
4 roses. I've had
small
4
batch.
roses, the regular. I've had the regular 4 roses, the yellow label, and I had the 4 roses special edition 10-year age that somebody gave me to review, and it was really good.
Came with 2 of these. Yeah, I like 4 roses. And I saw, well, they didn't have what I was going to get in stock. So I saw that and I was like, I like 4 roses, and it comes with something extra. So let's do that. But yeah, this is really good. I mean, this is the small batch. This is $35. It's not high end by any means, but
What
It's-
is that? What kind of liquor?
it's Four Roses
Bourbon.
bourbon.
Is it bourbon? Okay. You had that before, Ron?
There might
It's good
no, but
stuff.
I've had the Four Roses Standard, and I've had the Four Roses 10-year age special edition. There might still be a there might still be a Four Roses blended bourbon, blended whiskey, but they're not going to put it on the website, but you might run across it. All right, I'm going to go back to myself, and I'm going to give my score. This has been a very good hangout. Got a lot of interesting commentary. If I get the dang thing to work. Okay. So Coors Light for life, eh? Well, I know some people that love Coors Light and they would never dream of drinking a different beer than Coors Light. That's a true story. It's a sad story, but it's a true story. All right, now all right, score time. Well, as you can see, although you probably could not tell that it affected me in any way. This beer is dynamite. This beer is final night. And I'm going to score it. Let's go back to the banners. Barrel aged narwhal, 11.9%. This beer is dynamite. I'm going to give it a 97. I keep sticking at 97 out of 100. That was the original score, and I'm sticking to it. But it's a great deal. Like Johnny Nilly said, for that price, I know if he saw that in Georgia, he'd immediately buy it without any qualms.
Yep, that one or the regular, either one, I would gladly purchase.
Just you've never had narwhal. The way I'll describe narwhal is just think of the most wonderful stout you could ever try. So just watch me drink it. Like, ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry you can't get it.
You're being cruel now. John can't handle it.
That's all right. I'll do this. He
I
can't
am.
get this one, so I'll rub it in a little bit.
Right.
I can't take it no more. I love that beer.
I deserve everything everything that happens to me. I deserve it. Okay, Eric. If I can get the thing to drag over.
All right. Well, this is. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Just me. I hear myself.
No, it ain't you. Mute your stinking channel.
Hello. All right. I think we're good. Okay. So, oh man, this beer is just so delightful. Ron, I wish you could try it, but maybe someday.
Send it to him. He loves to get beer mail.
Not sending him anything. So I really like the combo between the Belgian style Tripel and the pumpkin pie spice. The banana, the bubblegum notes are coming through nicely, and all the pumpkin pie spices are there. It's bready, it's malty. That caramel malt really shines through. None of the alcohol's coming through at 9.5%. This is a really, really amazing beer. It's unique. I've never had a beer like this before. I think they did just a great job with it. I'm going to go with a 96 out of 100. It's getting up there. If I had other beers like this to really compare it to, my rating may actually be a little higher, but this is really one of a kind for me. I think 96 is pretty good. It's getting up there for whatever, for the two combined styles that they used here. Absolutely a wonderful beer. and I may try to pick up another 6-pack of it. Actually, this is one of the better pumpkin beers I've had in recent memory, and it's not anything like what you're used to because of the way that they brewed it and that Belgian yeast. It's really dynamite. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 96. My only complaint is that there's really no head with it. Didn't really pour with much of a head, and what head there was just dissipated very quickly. But it's an awesome beer. I would highly recommend it. And for the price point, $10.99 for a 6-pack, can't go wrong.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Look at the price point.
Right. And it's just over 2 weeks old, so it's super fresh too.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it an old one?
No, it was
No, it's
brewed,
good.
the beginning of the month, or it's either the 6th or the 8th. I can't make it out, but it was brewed early November. And that's all I got, folks.
Hold on, I'm gonna go.
No, you stay there. You stay
Okay,
right
hold on.
there. You stay right there.
Let me
What are your
check it.
shout-outs?
I'm trying to put the.
Well, I want to hear John's shout-out. Stout Sunday.
Which will be
Ooh,
on Ron's
which pack has this
channel this weekend.
Okay, your stouts on.
Mm-hmm.
What time is Stout Sunday?
It's 10:30, man.
The timing is different.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
The reverb is not coming from
There
me.
it is.
Yeah, I think it's coming. It might be from DC. I don't know. I'm going to mute myself.
So what's up, guys? Well, as far as my beer goes, I actually enjoyed it. I'm giving this one a 92 out of 100. I forget what I don't have my book with me, so I don't know what score I gave it the first time, but this time I'm giving it a 92. And I actually enjoyed it. So, looking forward to maybe doing this one next year around Oktoberfest. And are we doing shout outs or no? Right now?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Well, I just posted a video today. I'm trying to get ahead of the curve with the Christmas ale.
No, I was gonna say we're gonna go back to the shout outs.
Okay, well, I'll save mine until later. Okay. So I gave mine a 92. I actually enjoyed it. So, like I said, I'll give my shout outs when we come back around.
All right.
All right.
No, you stay there. You stay there. You stay right there.
I think it's Michael's turn.
Ron, you can go if you want. I don't care.
Okay, I give it an 89. A well-crafted beer, but not outstanding.
Okay, so mine is the Paul Anner, and I'm going to give it a 93. Still getting a little reverb.
I can tell you're trying to get through this because things are fucking up. Dang it. I'm sorry. But yeah, the Fizzlewig gets I'm gonna give it a 92 out of 100. You know, because a lot of people would probably really like this. But I'm not a beer guy like most use.
You're not a beer snob?
No, that's not. I enjoy beer, but I'm a liquor person.
But you have a beer tonight.
This would be a 92 for me. It's good. It's good. A lot of people would probably really like this, but that's a delicious beer. I mean, it's good. It's not phenomenal. Ron, did you try that? You said you bought this variety pack.
Yes.
Which one was it? The Reunion IPA was.
Yes,
I
I
thought-
tried it. I tried it, and it was a very strange product. Had a lot of flavors that I was not expecting, and I didn't know what to make of it.
I thought that one was really good. And the Holiday White Ale, I like that one. The Holiday White Ale.
I haven't had it. I haven't had it this year, but I'm gonna crack it open probably this weekend.
That one was good.
All right, let's see.
Those-
Comments. Comments. All right, Drewski, help me with these comments. Let's see. Then we're gonna go to promos.
Magic Man, what is your stance on Budweiser, Woodhouse Brewing, IPA moving over? I don't want to read the comments.
No, I'm just no, no. You don't have to read them. I'm just posting them. I'm posting them.
He just wants some help, Drewski. Can you read what he puts on the screen?
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Good sir. I've had 74 ounces of light beer tonight, and I am tired.
I would imagine that's true. All right, let's see. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. We got people watching and commenting like madness. So, I'll make that statement when I go back to my face on the screen. Yeah, Keystone. Well, don't expect a whole lot, but it's all right. If you want light beer.
A lot of
but
people
we got
drink
Keystone Ice used to be good. They don't sell it anymore. It used to be a damn good beer.
Discode. Got Discode, yeah.
One of the best ice beers.
Rice is very
honestly.
common. Yeah, rice is common. Corn is more common.
Rice is common?
Okay, now rice is common, but I was saying that no, I was saying rice is common, but corn is more common. All right, that's enough. Let me drag myself over. Oh, Lord. I think BC got some reverb. Well, anyway, if you turn your volume too loud, it'll echo back onto it. All right. Well, anyway, these beers were really good because if you look at the scores, the worst is still good. So it's like you can try any of these beers and you're gonna love them.
Like
now,
you say, Ron.
Some
when do you really have a bad score for a beer? It's quite uncommon.
It's uncommon. It's not common. Now, if you read Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, not Untapped. Untapped's not like those two. Untapped likes most everything. But if you read Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, they would make you think that most beer on the market is horrible and that you have to really search around to find a good product. That's not true. most of the beer on the market is at least pretty good, like B
Excellent.
to, yeah. So that's just some kind of like hype, Oh, I searched around. I had a friend in Singapore. He sent me this beer. It's so great. I can't get over it. Nah, that's propaganda. So
It's a group of people like us that are
right,
reviewing that. You're going off of somebody's opinion.
right,
It's
right. And the truth is, I don't even know if it's their opinion. That's the problem. It might just be their political stance or something.
They're
But
trying to fit in with the cool kids.
right, I wish I could be one of the cool kids. So I think if you go and buy a bunch of beer, chances are that whatever you grab is going to be at least pretty good. So that's not, like you said, it's not cool to say that, because beer is supposed to be like the Rosetta Stone or
It's like
Raiders
you
of the
either got
Lost
these
Ark, where you have to search.
you either got these people who are, craft beer enthusiasts, snob nosers, or on the other end you have people who only drink Coors Light. So there's got to be something in between that.
Right, like my next door neighbors, and I cannot criticize them, but in their mind, the pinnacle of beer drinking is Bud Light and Miller Light. They come home from work and they're smoking
yeah,
all.
that's my next door neighbor too. Oh, you ain't got Miller Lite? Oh, fuck you! It's like,
Right, right.
yeah,
They come home. They come home. They
I
come home
hate
from
to
work.
put that honky word out there, but he's kind of a redneck.
We'll probably not ban you for 2 months. But they come home from work and they're like smoking their Marlboro Gold or Golds, and they're
Marvel
drinking
Goes.
Bud Light
Yeah.
and Miller Light, and they're like, "What's better than this?" And I'm like, "A whole lot," but
Which
they don't want to
it's
hear
not
it,
it's not
So
bad. It's not bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking
it's
light
not
beer.
bad. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. I
And
used to
I
think it
think
was bad,
you
but that
said
was
before, why, if you have Bud Light, why what was it? What would you say? Why try anything else if you have Bud Light?
right. That's their opinion. Why try anything else yet, Bud Light? All right. Well, everybody else is getting impatient. I can understand that, because this is all. I'm kind of glad. I am glad. I'm glad that Eric does Wildcard Wednesday, because it makes it a lot easier, because you got half people doing that and half the people doing this. And if you had all the people on one side, it would be almost impossible to manage it. So it
The Beer
sort of like
Buddy
breaks it up.
show.
And then I can.
Sorry to cut you off. The Beer Buddy show made you think about that with what you were saying last night.
I would not say it made me think about it, but I'm saying that I noticed that it's a lot easier to manage 5 or 6 people than when you start getting into 10 and a
20.
huge. Yeah, it sounds like a drag. It's just like this. And then I can always go back tomorrow during the day. Well, not Thanksgiving Day, but a normal day. I can go back and watch
Eric's show.
Wildcard. Yeah, I can watch Wildcard Wednesday and make comments that are applicable to the Hangout. So, all right, now promos tomorrow morning at dawn. I got to get to bed, y'all.
Is there a
This could be a
Thanksgiving
challenge.
Dawn Busters?
Oh yes, there's always a Dawn Busters.
That's 5:30 in the morning. I'll still be up, Ryan. I'll be looking for you at 5:30 in the morning. God damn it, that's my drinking buddy. I'll leave a smart ass comment. I'm a riot, my drinking buddy.
He's actually serious, but I've got score. I've got Scoresby Scotch, which is expensive in Louisiana, but it's cheap in Georgia.
It's very rare.
It's so rare you can buy it at Walmart. And I've got Valentine. I've got Valentine's going up against it. I think that, but all kidding aside, I think it's going to be a real challenge. I mean, like a really
Valentine's the old beer company.
Yeah, there's Valentine's Ale and there's Valentine's Scotch. They come from Scotland, but they're not related. All right, enough of me. So, John and LA, any promos?
Who's hosting Stout Sunday?
So yeah, as Ronnie has mentioned, and of course Stout Sunday. But this weekend it will be on Mr. Ron Terio's channel because I will be out of town for the holiday weekend. Also, you can look out for Beer Buddies. I don't really have it, that just happens whenever my guests are available. So look out for episode 4 in the near future. And of course, the usual beer reviews, stuff like that. That's it. That's all I got.
Hold on, I gotta get something.
Who's next?
Thank you, John. But Ron Ontario, what? Are you from? You're from Louisiana. You're not from Ontario, aren't you?
What?
Ron?
Ontario. Yeah, that's funny.
No, the Riot. His last name is pronounced the Riot. The P-A-T-R-O-I-T. That's why I call him Ronald the Riot. So I don't get where you get Ontario from.
Ontario?
I never understood that.
Well,
maybe never will.
There is honestly a relationship, but we don't have time to go into it now. But now, BC's Beer Reviews, any promos?
Okay, like I was trying to say earlier, I did Christmas Ale by Bell's Beers earlier today. I just posted it before I came on the show today. I'm trying to get ahead of the curve with all the Christmas beers that are going to be coming out. And yes, I know Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Yes, I know this. So as far as my Saturday show goes, I'm going to have to God, this seems a little bit redundant at this point. I've got to pick up some more beers for Saturday's show. Don't know what I'm going to do, but you're going to expect something out of me on Saturday. Fandango Friday. I'll get something to be on Ryan's show. Sunday, James is wanting to do his beer barbecue banter. And I didn't want to do turkey this year because I'm having turkey tomorrow with my family. But he keeps insisting doing turkey parts. So I'll pick up something for turkey parts to smoke on Sunday. Other than that, I mean, that's basically it for me. So, I mean.
All right. Well, that's a lot of activity. It's not like you're doing nothing,
Yeah, true.
I'm going to be seeing Giant Space Monkey on Monday or Tuesday for a meetup. So I will post that as soon as we're done. Should be interesting. We haven't.
What are you going to post?
Meet up with close friend. His nickname is Giant Space Monkey. His name is Doug. Anyway, Bron knows him and other people might know of him, but he hasn't ever been live on any of these shows. So it's he's.
Hey, Mike, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Have you ever heard of the Old Growler?
Yes, I'm a Facebook friend and I watch his reviews.
He lives in Brooklyn.
He lives about 2 miles from me.
Why don't you guys ever meet up?
I've never met him. I would be willing to meet him.
He seems cool.
A couple of miles away. Sure, we could get together and do some kind of beer thing.
I like his reviews he does.
He does good reviews. I'm a Facebook friend. I could contact him. Maybe we could get together.
You guys live 2 miles away. You could walk to his house.
I could walk there. He's a little bit older, I think, but maybe we don't know
He's
that.
older, but he seems like he's got it going on.
He's doing all right. My other potential promo, and Jay and John know about this, on Thursday, when I have my regular get together a week from tomorrow, I am going to unveil this beer, which is from Mother Earth Brewing in, where's the town in North Carolina? Kinston, North Carolina, called Silent Night. It's a barrel-aged Imperial Stout. This one was produced in November of 2014.
Wow.
So
that's a bad beer. Don't drink it.
We're going to find out if it does turn out that by holding it for 7 years, I made an error. I will be upset, but as I've done in the past, I will get over it.
I think it's going to be right there. You're right there, but it should be okay because it's only what 9.5% or 10.
Straight 9.
9. Oh yeah, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm on the edge.
That's kind of iffy. That's a little bit iffy.
Now, to be fair to me, I've only had the beer for 2 years. My nephew held it for 5, and I didn't realize how old it was. So when I was looking at the label, I said, hey, 2014, that's pretty old. But it's going to be opened a week from tomorrow, and we'll see what it brings. And I would like it not to be vinegar, but
there's not going to be any carbonation for damn sure.
Right.
We'll see. I'll do a write-up as I normally do on that too.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
All right.
Happy Thanksgiving. Any promos, Drewski, Brewski?
No, man. I got to work tomorrow for Thanksgiving and fucking. I'm sorry I said it again.
You can't work on Thanksgiving, Drewski.
I gotta work tomorrow.
It's a sin to work on Thanksgiving.
We're gonna do a shot to send her off. It's my naughty mouth. I'm sorry, Ronald.
Thanksgiving shot. Let's do it.
Naughty boy.
Naughty Drewski.
No, I mean, just I gotta work and.
Drewski, what is the deal with your channel? How come? Why is it changed from Drewski Brewski now it's Brewski?
Because I lost my channel for saying the F-bomb too much.
Huh?
No, I don't know why I lost my channel.
But they didn't. You never even put out.
I showed my ass a couple times. I took my pants off and ran my.
Right. I'm not actually shocked by that. Anyway, get back.
I don't know why I lost the channel, but
I don't understand because you don't even really have.
I got freaking email saying, "Hey, you're a bad boy."
So you just flipped it to, and it's fine.
And I was like, they said, "Oh, you can protest it," and I was like, "I don't have anything on that channel anyway. I'll just make a new one." They're like,
Drewski, now.
Oh, help me.
I just made it Brewski.